Hi, my friends. It's good being here with you today. And on this video, I'm going to share with you information for the organization New President Couples and the organization New State Governors Couples. Those couples were invited because of their previous practices, their kindness, their work, their knowledge, and they are university teachers, PhD university teachers that we have in all countries, and doctors. So all those couples were very specially chosen by the organization volunteers in different countries. And the main thing about them is that they didn't spend all their hours just working or just studying or just volunteering or just with their families or just with their friends, like many people we're doing in our planet. They were chosen because they also have shared different times and did a combination of things, of positive things. They were also chosen because they agree to adopt children and have up to 8 children and teens at their homes. Because we have millions in orphanages and foster homes. Children that for many reasons were on those places. So they were also chosen because of their enthusiasm to have a better planet, with their motivation, their courage, their love, the peace, and the will to have a better planet, to have a better humanity, to work united. So that's how we have chosen them. And for all of them, we also chose the ones that we trust the most, because they are going to be on these positions for 10 years. So everyone in all positions, all government leaders, jobs and department directors, everyone gonna stay for 10 years. For us to really know each other, know our neighbors, know our friends, know our co-workers, know people from our own city. So these things, know who the government leaders are, because in some countries they change so often, so much, right? Or they never change. That's not right either. For some, they stay for years and decades and never change. So it's important for us to learn how to share. But for those 10 years, at this moment, for security reasons, for all of us, that's how we will be doing. They were also chosen because they're healthy and they pass on the health exam. They have a clear tests for physical and dentist, so they're healthy. That's also very important. And they also work out one way or another. They work out with a certain type of consistency a long time, and that's very important for life. We cannot live without working out, running and doing stretches, and we cannot live without those practices. They were also chosen because they help the environment. They help themselves and help the environment, avoiding landfills in general, not using disposables, not from fast food and not at home. So they recycle, because even that recycling use chemicals and things, but they try their best to do something on that area for the environment, or because they planted many trees, or because they planted many gardens, or because somehow they help the environment and they practice at home as well. Or short showers, or brush teeth and turn off the water, simple things like that. That along the year, it's huge, it's amazing how many liters of water we can save with those simple practices. They were also chosen because they are married, they have a spouse, they work together, they are united, they respect each other, they have dignity. So for all those things, from each country and from each state, we chose the best on a combination of all those things. And for some, they really have all those items checked. And for others, we did the best we can to find the best couple and put on those positions and have them have the honor to receive them for those positions. So, my friends, we will pray for them to have good energy, for them to have good health, for them to have kindness and love during those 10 years and for their whole lives. Because if they were the best, they are really, really special. And we need to have consideration for them. We have to honor them and have good thoughts about them. And always think positive, that they will succeed and have all items needed accomplished, because it's a lot, right? Family, work, check others, because they're leaders, they have to be checking, and continue to have time for themselves, to eat properly, to plant the gardens, have time for their spouses, have time for their children. So we will be helping them on this position. And for all other garden department directors, the same way. We will have good thoughts for them. We will pray for them to have good health and everything else we just said. For them to succeed in all the capacities, in all the opportunities, and in all their practices. For them to have a very good life. The same as for ourselves. We're going to pray for us as well. Sing good songs, say good words, right? And I count on the cooperation from all of you. For all of us to work united. And when we hold hands together to sing a song, sing with all our kindness. Because we will learn more and more how to share. Because we have many special leaders that came to our humanity and said many special things. But this time we are doing even better. We are writing them down. We are showing, explaining how to do things better in life, and this time we will succeed. We will succeed as humanity. We will have strong families, healthy families, and it's going to be really beautiful, my friends. Okay, so now I'm going to say all the requirements for those couples and their families that are coming to attend those conferences. So for the president and the spouse and the whole family, everyone gonna be here in Florida for our conference. And for governors, everyone gonna be at their own country, at a chosen university that they're gonna know where they're located. And I'm going to say the requirements now. So the first requirement, as soon as they know they're chosen, is to be safe. They are not going to tell everyone, neighbors, families all over, no. They are going only to tell their boss, if they work at the university, for example, the owner of the university, or if they don't have much contact with the owner, the dean, the principal of the university. That's the word we are using now. We improved the word. So only that couple will know about. Not every colleague, students, or if the person is a doctor, not other doctors from the clinic they work or the hospital they work, because that's not safe. So we will focus, get all the documents needed, get ready, and they will have proper codes for them to when they arrive in Florida, and we will guide them to the proper location where we will be meeting. So the requirements include: all families can only have older children, 8 years old and above. No one can bring a bag. They're gonna only bring a sweater on their arms, because that's the safest and the most sustainable. Just for the plane, can be a jean sweater, blazer suit, and if it's a jean sweater, it needs to be dark blue. And the pants will be jeans as well. The inner shirt will be a school collar shirt, like the one I have in a picture, for you to have an idea. And can be different colors and no black, but can be blue or other proof colors, that's fine. Males and females, because this is important to say, they will be males or females as they were born. No changes were made in any way, or not even as a practice along the years. So they are people with real respect for themselves. On their test, their doctor test, they also pass for skin check, tongue check, eye, blood, urine, and for everyone, children, teens, adults, and the elders that live with them. So they are healthy in all the ways and all the exams they completed. All ladies, including older children, teens, and adults themselves, the presidents, and the elders will have regular size, up to 1.5 cup, and not huge breasts. So the family, the couple, will only be bringing a bank card, the passports, and no flag, as I said before, no flag from their countries. The family will arrive without a bag of any type, without backpack or suitcases of any type, because those things are not needed and not safe. They will only arrive with this blazer suit that I'm saying, or a jeans jacket. The couple, we will arrive about the same, and the teens, or everyone has a suit, or everyone will have a jeans jacket. So we know that the whole family, they're all dressed together, the same. They will be dressing the same, so it will be easy to recognize. And the whole family can come in the same school shirt if they want. Everyone, they can choose a color for the whole family. That will be even better, because then we really know who the family is from the time they leave their country until the time they are here at our chosen university in Florida. They are not bringing medicine or hygiene cases or anything of any type, just the documents and the bank card, as I said. The passports, because some families will have 14 people, right? So the passports will be placed in a transparent bag, such as Ziploc bag, about a little bigger than the passports, that they can fit in, and they can close the top. Not the one with sliding little piece of plastic, not that one. The one that you just pinch with the finger itself, the simple one. Okay? So ladies and males, no one will bring a bag or a purse of any type. So what happens is, on this plastic bag, all the documents will be there. The bank card can be in this bag as well, or in the one of the couples pocket, whichever they think is the safest. Is if it's a good deep pocket on their pants, that's fine. For people that will be flying for the whole night, a long flight, they're going to sleep, right? So the male or the female, the father or the mother, will get this plastic bag with all their passports, all the passports together, and will tuck in gently inside their suitcase on a side and tuck them in a little bit on their pants because they can sleep and they are safe. So they tuck it in there in a plastic, so they are safe right there, okay? And the person that will have those passports will be all the way to the window or on the middle, but not at the corridor, because the family will be sitting together, and of course they can rest properly at night. No lipsticks, no earrings, no glasses, no objects of any type. All families need to order proper clothes before they arrive, so we will have them ready here. So as soon as they arrive, after the health checkup, they leave their travel clothes and get the new clothes. And the travel clothes will be washed on the same day. We will tell you afterwards how we are going to do that. If it will be at the hotel or if it will be at the clinic, they will be doing their tests. Or if the clinic will be right there at the university, they have to arrive a day before. We will do the best we can with the clothes order, and in case any clothes doesn't not fit, we will have some extra ones. They can look at it for them to exchange before they take their tags out. So we will have a little, let's say, a little store, gift store for people to be picking up their items, including shoes and things like that. They will also order underwear, brassiers, bathing suits, and everything they need, right? And some things the hotels will be giving to them, or we will be giving to you, such as toothpaste, toothbrushes, and everything else that's needed. That's the basics, like bathroom, soap, and towels, and things like that. Both couples will have a different code. They cannot share with each other and can be a word or a number easy to remember. And the code will be given by a neighbor or by a co-worker or by email or text message or a phone call. So when they have that code, they have to they cannot be busy after, so they can memorize. When they arrive in Florida, the people that will be picking them up, they have to say one of the codes asked. And when they get to the university, they have to say the other code. This is very important for us to make sure that the people that we invited are the real ones that are arriving, that we are receiving here in Florida. The code can also be two different numbers, that's easy to remember, or two different words, or a whole sentence. So people have to pay attention. When they receive the code, they are ready to memorize and have some minutes of silence, because they cannot write it down. They need to have good memory because there are cameras all over. So if it's at the school or a clinic they work, at the university, or if it's a neighbor or anywhere, there's cameras all over. No one can know. If it's an email or text message, they have to delete right away, or if delete right away, memorize, focus, because so we have all these codes, okay? They also have to bring, everyone also needs to bring the original. So they will send online the last 4 months of their paychecks. If they own a clinic, for example, if they own their work, right? If wherever they work, a consultation clinic or room, so they need to bring some kind of proof of their work, a paycheck or income or taxes for the last 2 years or something to prove that they work where they're saying they work. And then they need 2 personal documents. So we will have the passports, and we need another one with a picture. So it can be the badge from own work. If the badge does not have a picture, need to ask the clinic, the hospital, or the university to make it quick one, so we'll have a picture on time for this couple to live. Everyone else will also have, the students, children, teens need to bring a badge from their own school that they're attending right now. And all the elders can bring a badge that they used before or the one they are doing now, something, or volunteering, or if they really don't have, that's okay because they're retired, that's fine. But if they have a place that they still work or a place that they volunteer, they will be using that. Sorry, correction, not from places they used to work. Needs to be something from now. And then they also will bring 4 months of utility bill, like water, electricity, or whatever is offered in the area. Because those documents are important. Not Wi-Fi, but all the others are fine. Okay? And for people that need assistance for the payment of the conference, also need 4 months of their last pay stubs, proving that their income is not enough for them to pay that amount of money, because we have many countries that even teachers and doctors don't have much income. Okay, so people that do have money will be sharing with them. Those that have money will pay for 2 or 4 families or even more if they can. And the price we are charging is $4,000. We will use for the conference, and everything that's left over after the conference, that we check all the receipts and all the expenses used, we will be using for local peace educational sites for those 2 counties. That is the Plantation County and the Peace County here in Florida. This couple need to have a telephone that they have a number that is from their own county. So if they don't have that yet, they have to change quick so they have a proper number. But they are not bringing their cell phones with them. That's very important. And they're not buying one right here, because we need to have that organized. They also do not have computers at home, laptops at home. They were already informed to pass them on and recycle them. So they need to have just the basics at home organized before they come, because that's one of our requirements, have our clean homes, right? Homes that are clean, organized, without electric items, without electronics. So their cell phones, they will keep it at home locked. They cannot bring with them. So all the way to the airport, the person that will be bringing them to the airport, and until they come back to the same airport, and the same person a couple will be picking them up, needs to be arranged ahead, organized ahead really properly, that we suggest that will be the owner of the university or the principal, the dean, but we are using the word principal of the university. If they work in a clinic, if they are a doctor, the owner of the clinic or if they are the owner themselves, another doctor that they trust. And everything with the flight times will be given only to that person that they trust, one couple only, that will have a copy of all their itinerary and know exactly when they are going to the airport and after a week when they're returning. At their airport, they have to be most discreet as possible. Don't talk loud, don't say where they're going. Be discreet. Don't be talking too much. So it's very important for them to be discreet and all the way. If the person that organized for them to come will be a cab, that's okay too. So no one will be talking where they're going. And if, the driver will be properly said on what to do, because maybe the best option instead of a friend will be a regular driver, and the couple needs to trust whichever the organization arrange to pick them up and bring to the airport. They are going to eat at home and not at the airport, so they won't be driving with, they won't be flying with dirty teeth because they cannot carry toothpaste and toothbrush with them. So they eat really properly at home before they go to the airport. If any extra code is needed for this cab that will be picking up and bringing them to the airport, or if any other one is needed, the organization will let them know. But far up to the moment, we will only have 2 codes for the moment they will be arriving here in Florida. They need to have all questionnaires completed and check marks for most of the items, so we will have a copy of that. They will scan those questionnaires from a paper. They will scan and send to us. So the headquarters will have a copy from each family that will be arriving. Some items maybe the person do not do, and then can put non-applicable. And if the person is doing that item, they will check, because that's the only way we need to have proper paper and not everything online, because we will use our phones really rarely here. Only for those that really are team leaders, we will use the university cell phones for them to take some pictures and mini videos as asked, for them to report, do proper reports and send the written reports with those images to the Peace app. No one can have contact lenses as well, and no glasses. So if the person uses glasses, but the person can see up to 5 or 10 meters, then they can come. But if it's really too hard for the person to see without glasses, they cannot come. So the couple chosen cannot bring contact lenses, because we're learning that that's not sustainable. They can use just a few days and throw them away. So they're not sustainable. We're not using here. And glasses we cannot use because they're not safe. So people won't be bringing them. We will do the best to have an interview recorded with all the couples. That will be the headquarters doing that, and also some volunteers from different countries doing that. The interview will take about 5 minutes or so, and we will have that interview video recorded. Why is that? For us to make sure who is coming, the family will be together. So on the video call, we can turn the cell phone so we can show the family members that live together. And for those that have elders that will be living with them, didn't move yet, it's okay. Parents of one or parents of another have to be the real parents though. So that's important. because everyone can have the parents, because that's the most sustainable, and it's also positive. It's a joy to have them together instead of having elders by themselves at home. So they can bring the elders, and we'll have more points the couples that have both of them living with them, both elders, right? So the father and the mother can be one couple, right? The parents of the mother or the parents of the mother, can be both, the 4 elders, that's okay. But the main thing is that we'll get more points those that have elders at home, of course, need to have elders at home, at least one of them. So the best esposa, because I know in some countries will be really hard to find. But the shirts, the collar shirts, like the one I have here in a picture, have only 2 buttons. Okay, have only 2 buttons and cover the hip. Or if the person will be using their blazer suits, the shirt, the inner school shirt cannot be showing under. The blazer suit needs to be covering up, needs to be a little longer than just a few centimeters, like 2 centimeters or so, or the person can tuck in the school shirt and to use the blazer suit or the jeans jacket. Blazer suits and jeans jacket cannot have inner pockets, inside pockets, because those are not safe. They can only have 2 front pockets, and no more as well. They can have a flap, that's fine. Cannot be too large, or cannot be details, and extra details sewn to any pants, anything. Pants need to be social pants or jeans, straight pants without side pockets. Some pants have the pockets on the side by the knee or by the thigh. We are not having any side pocket. For the clothes, the pants and school shirts, because here we are going to work with pants and school shirts every day. So people need to get a proper measuring tape in metric and measure, and so they know what they will be what they need here to be ordered, and we will do the best we can so people won't need the belt. So we already can have the pants with the little strip and 1 button for them to slide and make it tighter, so we will be safer for everyone. We're still deciding how we will have an identification from the country to be properly recorded the video for the couple. Don't need for the whole family, just for the couple with their country names. So maybe it will be an extra badge they have to wear, or we are trying to figure out which way will be the best. Because when we introduce each couple, it's important because those videos will be recorded, and everyone from all countries will be checking them, so they know who their own presidents are. And it's very important when they present themselves and say a few words, it's very important for them to have that identification. So we will know they have their names, right? But also the name of the country. So it will be the name of the country, their first and last name written really big and in bold. So when they start approaching, they will become in alphabetical order, not as the countries are listed now, but as the countries will be with the organization work. Because many things will change, right? Many small countries will be united with others, and many big countries, I think is more than 20, will be shortened up to be more sustainable. So we will have many changes on that. So, and some country names are too complicated and too long, so we will shorten them up and make them into more a good name in English. It's easy to know and not too complicated. Country names will be short because we don't need those long names. We really don't. So it will be 1 or 2 short words. That's what we're going to write also on this extra badge the couple will have. For everyone that's bringing a badge from their work, they cannot come in lanyards with strings on their neck. That's forbidden. They have to come with a little clip that the person put right there on the side of their bathing suit or the school shirt, because they will be using that every day. All of you will be using that every day. So will be a little pin, a little clip, not pin, sorry. Pin is like a needle. We're not using those pins that many places use. We're going to use like a clip, a very small metal strong clip, so they won't fall down. Okay, so they will have one badge beside the other, and no strings, and that they can fit. When they're using this school shirt along the week, they also can fit both of them. So every day the family will use the same color. The whole family will use the same school shirt, colored shirt. So if the family, we are going to say if they can choose themselves or if they're going to have the color that is needed. So people that will be working close to them, all of them will have different colors. So yeah, it's already decided, sorry. So we will say which color each family will be using. So we know exactly where the family is. So when they will be working with others close by, the garden, construction, remodeling, in parks, or educational sites, that will have many groups on those places, every family will have real different colors around. We are not going to have pink because every family will have males as well. Males, it's forbidden for males to use pink. Everyone, when they arrive, and we'll give all this information of codes and birthdays and places they came from, a few security questions, and above the codes that will be given, and the fingerprint, because when they arrive they will also do the urine check, the blood check, a physical check, and fingerprint, 4 things, and document check, 5 things. So when they come, it's important for them to have everything organized on this plastic, transparent plastic that they will be bringing with them. So the originals that they will be bringing with them also have to come on this same transparent plastic bag with the passports right there beside. No binders, no files, no backpacks, no thin bags, no cotton bags, because they're all not needed. Okay? All right. It's only everything, I think even the bank card, I think they can put together right there. All the passports together with those documents. So the copies, people will scan their documents and send to the email they are asked, that is Clean Wad and Peace Organization at gmail.com, and then we're going to have another one after, but for now it's this. So they will scan their document, and everything that will be asked they will be sending to from the same exact email, and everything in one email, because we're going to have many countries, right? Many families. So what happens? We will if we need, we go straight and we have everything from the family right there, all together. So the children need to bring a document from school, and the elders will have a document as well from their last diploma, whichever was, that's fine, because our focus is on the couple. That's our main thing, where they graduate, where they complete their PhD, and a letter from their work, that they work there, how long, and two different people to sign for it, such as the owner and the secretary, for example. And we will have all these other documents I just asked from home and so on. For those that are asking for financial assistance, the bank statement. Okay, so all the originals will be coming in this plastic bag, fold in a half, that they can fit, will be fine and plenty. Okay? When they arrive in Florida, we don't know if they're gonna have to take their shoes off before you leave your own country and also here, or only at your own country. Because we have to take the shoes off, even that they do not ask, so you can pass the immigration borders, right? When they pass customs, sorry. Okay, so at your own country, people need to take the socks and the shoes, will be flat shoes, or flat shoes, we're thinking right now. So when they pass customs, they will be carrying them on their hands, and they will placing the bag with the passports at the scan. They cannot carry on their hands. Why is that? Because for us to make sure we're doing things properly. Because some countries, they just let people pass, they don't check anything properly. But we are going to be checking on cameras, right? The best as possible. We are going to check each family from the time they arrive at their own airport until they arrive here at the university. So we need the families to be doing that. The other thing, everyone will take their blazer suit or their jeans jacket out to be passing on these scanning machines as well with their passports. So when they pass customs, usually there's a plastic bag. They will put things in there, not too many tied up, because it will be many family members. So they can put on those plastic containers, and everything, all the jackets, the shoes, and the socks need to pass on those plastic bags on the scanning machines. All right. No other bottles, no food, nothing. Everybody will eat properly at home, and they will eat properly here. So because everyone will be strong and healthy, and they can manage fine. They will be eating the food that's offered at the airplane. Whichever is their close, they live closer to United States or really far away, so they will have a dinner maybe or something at the airplane. That's fine. They can eat wherever they need. And some, depending on the company, some they have to pay extra, some it will be already included on their flight price. Okay, we ask everyone to don't eat meat, so people need to be calling those flight companies for a vegan meal or an option that can be chicken, but not red meat. And no cheese from cows. So I think the best you can say is that it's a vegan meal, because how you're gonna give all these details? Company usually, the companies are not going to have all this information. So ask for a vegan meal, and then you're done. Make sure you know if the meal is included on a price or not. Because for the people that do not have money, we need to know how much we need to help them and give money to them, ahead for them to have, because usually airplanes, they, as far as I know, maybe I'm wrong, but they ask for cards They don't ask for cash. They don't receive cash. They ask for bank cards or credit cards. We're not using credit cards. No one will be using credit cards. Remember that. Okay, because we are sustainable. We use the money we have. We don't use credit cards. Make sure you have your bank card really safe with these passports. And don't write the PIN number to anybody because you have all the documents on this bag. Make sure you pay attention and sleep far away from the corridor. That's fine. Or if or they can share. Family members, teens or elders can share along the night if you want, but I don't think that will be needed. But if you believe that's important, do it because it's important for you to be safe. So teens and elders can share. Every 2 hours someone will be awake, making sure the family documents are safe. That's really important. Okay? Pay attention, people around you. Okay, so nobody will sleep too heavy. Pay attention in everything. Who is traveling with you? Who is checking in? Who will be in your front? Who will be on your back? When you're checking in, we need to make sure that we'll be on the back of the airplane the best as possible. Why is that? Because it's the safest, or all the way up front. And not in the middle where people are going to be passing, or not close to the bathrooms. So every airplane is a little different. But those are the best, or really up front, so you won't have traffic or people there. So all these details are important. We are going to do all together for us and for you, and the volunteers that are helping us will be the best, will be doing the best as possible for everyone to be safe, because that's important. Items that are offered at the airplanes stays at the airplane, even that they give those items to people, such as desserts or earplugs, blankets, because some companies, they give a lot and say, oh, you can bring home. No, you cannot bring anything. You can use there because might be cold, the AC is strong. Use it and leave it there. Okay, this is another thing that's very important. And avoid watching movies and all these things, so you arrive with your clear mind. Don't watch. If possible, ask to turn off, so you will have peace of mind. And we can also ask to don't have movies at all, if you can find an airplane that do not have, or if they will have an agreement to don't have it at night. But usually they're quiet. But even the images, sometimes they are not really positive. But let's see the best we can to have companies attending us, and so we can have peaceful nights for the people that are really coming from faraway countries. People will be traveling the whole night, and that will be really many countries doing that. Many families that will be coming from many different countries that will be traveling the whole night. At the online questionnaire and at the conference presentation moment at the organization launching day, so the couple will be saying a few words, and I will be telling you now, and you just complete after. So the couple will say their name, and they will say where they work, the main couple, that is the teacher, the university teacher, or the doctor. So the main spouse, will be introducing the whole family. So the person will say their name and the first and last name. And then they will say a place where they lived when they were a child, where they spent their childhood. Like, a house that they live for many years, not a house that they just stay for a little bit. They will say the name of the neighborhood, and then they will say the name of the university they graduated from their PhD, and that same person will say, will present the whole family. And it's to be very clear, but not too slow. Otherwise, it will take forever for us to present everyone. So the person gonna say, we are a total of 14, or we are a total of 16, and quickly say their names and point with the arm and hand to each one, saying who they are. So and their age. They will also, that specific person will also be saying the clinic or the hospital or the university they work, in case they're a teacher. And then the spouse gonna say her name, first and last name, and quickly gonna say where the children study, what school they're attending right now, if it's the same for everyone, or maybe two, and that's it. They will also say the neighborhood they live now. So they will be, so people have an idea. Because when they come back, they will already be at their new president's house during those 10 years. They can go to their own house in specific days, like vacation days, I think. I'm not sure about weekend, if they can go to their actual home. But they will be saying the neighborhood they just came from. And for the presidents, they also need to have their organize themselves. When they come back, they will be moving to this president house for 10 years. But we are going to have specifics about that in another video. The spouse will also say quickly if the grandparents are her parents or his parents, the spouse will also say. So this way we have both of them talking, the main person and also the spouse talking about their children very quickly and about the elders very quickly. The spouse will also say which ones are their own children or teens and which ones are adopted. And for this, they're just going to say the first name. Okay, both of them need to speak very clearly, in the same way I'm speaking here to you, a little faster. But for people to know, like when they see those videos with everyone, all countries presenting themselves, going to take some time, but for them to really recognize, yes, that's my neighbor. Wow, how nice, look, they got it. Because we are going to hold those videos on the time that's necessary, that we will tell you after, because we really don't know, to be safe. So you will arrive home safe and maybe even move until this movie is released. So people will move with the basics, right? Because everyone will be moving without furniture. Everybody will just move with the very basic clothes and important things, because the rest, the family that will be living there, gonna have the house. For all presidents, we are not having houses locked unless they really want, for their vacation days or something. But for the presidents, if they have their house locked for 10 years, they have to make sure they have proper AC running, so things won't get mildew, and unless they really want to go on the times that's authorized, like some vacations. And as I said, on the weekends, I don't know yet if we presidents will have authorization to do that. When those the couples will be saying those words, because they will do online at home, right? And when they are here, they will be facing the camera for us to have good videos. So the best as possible. We always will try to have two different cell phones, people with cell phones from the university, filming them, so the presidents, that we're inviting can also feel safe, because we're doing the best we can. No one will be bringing their own cell phones. We will use the university cell phones for all this recording, mini short videos and pictures. So when they speak, they will be really clear and say the names really clearly, their ages and all the information I said, and look at one of those two cell phones so we can record their faces properly. Sometimes I say them and sometimes I'm saying you, because the volunteers and those couples will be listening to the same videos, right? The volunteers, because they have to learn, because they're choosing right now who they're bringing, who they're choosing. They're examining, evaluating, checking points from each of those couples, because there are many good people in all countries, many wonderful people, of course. So it's a careful work, a lot of work to be evaluating and getting most points from every of these areas we are asking. But also because the presidents themselves will be listening to the same recording. That's why. So I'm sorry, but we are not making two different videos, right? We have so much to do. That's why. It's forbidden to arrive in dresses, skirts, hats, caps, hoods, watches, cell phone, laptops, video games, or any elastics or hair strings, anklets, clothes with too many buttons, or blazers. Blazers will be the simple one, 2 or 4 buttons, that's it. And if it's the jeans jacket, also 2 or 4 buttons, that's it, don't need more. No sliders and no flip-flops. On this transparent plastic bag, everyone will have their doctor clear form sign, the original, and the dentist clear form sign also there, for everyone of the whole family, and the best as possible from the same clinic, or from two, because some don't have everything for children and adults. That's okay, 2 clinics or so, that's fine. But all the originals gonna be there, including the documents from the elders. So everyone with straight hair need to have their hair by their chin, and everyone with curly hair, if it's a little curly, it's okay by the chin. If it's a lot of curly or afro, need to be really short. No pins, no pretty pins of any type, no little combs, the rectangle combs to hold the hair or to look pretty. None of this is needed. Nothing hang, no clippers, like no designs, no little, decorations. No decorations at all for the clothes. And no glitter, nothing of that. No GPS, no pocket knives, no fishing hooks, no chains, no extra metal decoration at the clothes, just the zipper and the button of the pants, that's fine, and the buttons, the front buttons for the blazer suit. No one will be coming thermals, pants, or thermal inner pants or inner shirt, because here in Florida, even that's winter, we might have some fresh nights, cold nights, but in the days fresh is nice, and we're gonna be running and taking sun. We're all gonna be warm, and those are forbidden to bring. Anything extra or any other extra inner pocket, just the regular jeans pockets, regular, not very long pockets on the back or on the front, that's not authorized, and no inside pockets of the pants as well, not from the blazer suit, and not inside the pants. They are not needed, not safe. No coins of any type until you arrive at the university. That's very important. You're going to change your money when you get here, because if you have to take some, nobody going to be going to restaurants or place like that. That's not authorized. So you can use the card. But here for the buses, if you need to get an urban buses with authorization, and then you're going to need a little cash. But then you can go, we're going to tell you how we can do that. Because we cannot have all these families going everywhere. So no one will be visiting family or friends or going to Orlando, to the Disneyland. No one. Everyone gonna arrive straight to the airport, to the conference, and the clinics, they will be checked. We will tell you which one will be. That will be closer to the airport that you will be arriving, or will be closer or at the university itself for the blood and the urine and the physical. The physical, it's everyone really without clothes. Of course, with proper gown, check on air, check another, to make sure they are really a man, a woman, exactly as they said on a questionnaire. I'm very sorry, but we have to take these precautions. So let's get it done, because we have to do it, no other way. And for the blood and the urine, the same way, we have to do it. It's very important for us, for all of us, and for everyone that will be with us. We will only go to the restaurants that are assigned, such as the hotel restaurant, the university cafeteria, or any other that's needed, because it will be really many, it will be more than 2,000 people here, right? Because we have big families, but we will be safe. So you cannot order food to arrive anywhere, not at the hotel. You cannot order food to the university, or you cannot order food to the place you'll be working. We will have food delivered to everyone. If the person is working at a Peace School, or the Peace Preschool, the Peace Adult Education, Peace University, right? We have some teams. So they will be already eating at those cafeterias or outside kitchens. If they do not have food planted there yet, we will order food properly, and we will get all these details organized the best as possible. If there is no buildings yet, so we will bring a van or a car with proper food, that the person will be also checked, and we will see really well who is coming, every day the same person, and will be security guards at the gate, so you can feel safe, because all of us are doing the best we can for everyone to feel safe and feel welcome and be friends to each other, because even people will know where the person is from another country. But now we are working for peace. It's not much about my country, your country, or this. We have one planet Earth and one humanity. That's what we have. And we'll be everyone working united for us to succeed, for us to have this new generation, this new work, this beautiful new work that we have ahead of us. People won't be going to beaches on days that are not assigned. We will go together at the organization launching day on proper buses, rented, and we will come back on proper buses. Some won't be rented, will be volunteer work. But we will have all this together. People are not going anywhere anyhow and as they want. We will focus to get our work done. At night we need to rest. And the information, a few times during the week, we will have a meeting for everyone in a gymnasium, a school gymnasium, or at the university. Because theater, right, that fits many people. We're still deciding about those details. So a few times we will get in groups, right, for specific information, like 1 hour per different team that we are just going to check, even that everyone already know, but we are going to say a few words or give some updates. And for some moments we will gather everyone together. I think that will be just twice on that week. The work or the presentation, so we are going to see how we are going to do that, the best way and where, and we will tell you afterwards, because we really don't know if we're going to gather everyone sometimes or not, or just in groups. We will see, because there's really many people. The other thing is that when we finish, we complete the conference, people will already be going to the airport on that same night. So on Sunday the 6th, they will already be going home, okay, with their things and with the clothes that they bought. And we will give proper cotton bags or plastic bags, reusable plastic bags, that they can bring their items home. No one will be throwing away shoes or clothes just because they're dirty, don't want to wash them, or because they were cheap, because we don't do that. We have respect for the clothes we have, and families need to bring them home properly and be their own clothes. If they're clean or dirty, and then they wash, but they have to bring them home. They cannot drop off anywhere or not even at the airport. They have to bring the clothes back home. And the shoes that they got it here. Everyone will arrive really healthy. That's very important. And be even better over here. So people cannot be sneezing or have fever or, be coughing too much, nothing of that. Everyone will be healthy and happy. Everyone from the family need to speak English. Even the elders, they don't have to speak too much, but they have to understand and speak English. And the whole family will be speaking English from the time they will be leaving their home. So as soon as they get their driver assigned, they know who will be bringing them to the airport. From that point on, they leave their homes. They have to speak only English. They cannot bring books of any type or notes of any type. Only these documents we asked, and the name or a code for the person that will be picking them up at the airport. No. The husband will be bringing the 2 words for the airport, and the wife will be bringing 2 words for the university. Those will be the codes given to each one. Everyone will be traveling in flat shoes. Can be a flat tennis shoes like a Van, or a flat social shoes. But when they arrive at the university, they will be dropping those off with the or the clinic, whichever place it's assigned for them to be checking for their health, they will be dropping off their clothes and their shoes on these pillow cases, with the travel clothes, right? And they are not going to be using those clothes while they are here. So, and the passports, their passports always will be kept during the whole week. When they are going to the airport, when they are inside their buses, and then all the passports, or right before they enter the assigned buses, they will have their clothes and they will have their shoes back. So in Florida, they will be using the shoes and the clothes that they have to purchase ahead. And those that don't have money, they will receive for free or pay how much they can. So everyone is to pay close attention so they don't speak their own English at any time. But they also have to pay attention because they don't want to call attention from people that will be at the airport, people that will be traveling with them, mostly their own airport, because at the airplane itself might be even Americans, right, coming to America. The other thing, people can only take one flight. They cannot take 2 or more flights. And even for countries that are close by, such as Canada and Mexico, they have to take an airplane. They cannot come by cars, they cannot come by boats, they cannot take any other type of transportation. They have to arrive at the assigned airport. We have 2 or 4 airports, different airports, and different groups. We arrive in different locations, and we might stay with 2 or 4, I don't know yet. We have to check with security and see what will be the best. And then people will have a van or a bus that will bring them to this clinic for clinic checkup. When they arrive on customs, it is very important for them to be clear, and for those that need, we'll have the letter with the information about our conference. So you have to let us know if you need for the visa or for the travel, or if you don't have a letter, if a letter was not needed, you're just gonna say you came for this conference, we are going to stay in this place. We are not going to give you too many details for security reasons, but we're going to have an address that you can offer, and you're even going to pay for the hotel ahead, right? And you're going to pay your own for the hotel and the whole week, okay? And we will have agreements and pay attention on the email you will be using. Be careful with the email. Pay close attention. Change passwords, because we have to do that anyway sometimes, right? Change passwords. So, on the emails that you'll be using for the hotel and for to pay us, on PayPal, you need to use someone else's email to make sure you're safe, not use your own, because we're checking all the ends for everyone to be safe the best as possible. So the owner of the university or the owner of the clinic can give one of their emails, or their personal one, or their work one, because this way it won't be at your own. The other thing that's important, I said, right? No books, no cards, no notes, anything in your language or in English, not allowed. The 2 codes for the couple needs to be kept in memory. So the other thing is that you're going to have a whole week away from home. So it's important what you're gonna say. Like for people don't think you disappeared, but also, that they do not know that you are right here in Florida. So this is very important. If you're chosen to be this very special person, a president for your country, you're not going to give details to anyone, only to this couple I told you really trust. And gonna give you his or her email for you to get these two transactions, these two payments. Or they can even use their credit card, pay for you, because that's one of the best options and the safest. So you won't be using your own credit card, and will be a gift from the clinic or a gift from the university to you. Okay, so you're not going to use your card, right? That's another thing that's important. And you have to bring cash with you just in case you need for something. I think we thought like $200 maybe. $200 in cash. That's another thing. The vacation, you're going to have a whole week of vacation. So important for those that are teachers, very important. Those that are doctors, maybe the patients won't even know, and the secretaries, people that work there, don't need to know any details. You have to be smart on what you will be telling them at work. If you're a doctor, it might be easier, I have to take some days off, don't say for what. Say at least as possible and get it done. And some people might not even notice because patients don't go every day to doctors. But in case of teachers teaching PhD, depending on the university, they have classes, regular classes, and some they don't. They just go sometimes and have online classes. So whichever it is, pay attention what you will be saying. Do not say you're coming to United States for this conference, because we have to be safe in all the ways as possible. Okay? All right, that's very good. I ask you to do not use your own credit card, so you will be safe. People won't have records of anything until you'll be home and safe, and also safe for all of us here in Florida, all of us. Not only for you, not only for the headquarters, but for all these other families, because we have to be safe as a group, a good team. That's very important. The other thing is dogs. None of this family have a dog because they're not sustainable. People are going to be traveling, leaving them with babysitters, leaving them with other people. We do not do that, because even that some people, we trust them, but we cannot trust really other people. And our dogs do not stay at other people's house, so we don't have dogs. We have people. We are adopting children and teens, and that's a gift for us. Okay? And so if any of you have a dog or a cat, already bring them to the vet or to the local humane society, and bring them to the, animal shelter. If they're really kind and good, someone can adopt them still. Or if they are like a little more rough or strong, too much, then you can put them to sleep. But you're not having family members or neighbors watching them while you're here in Florida, because that's not sustainable. We do not have dogs now or after. Make sure you have your house closed properly, that you change the keys of your house before you come, so you have the new keys, that you're sure no one got another copy. So make sure everything is locked properly, that you leave in a moment without calling any attention, in a good moment, whichever is the middle of the afternoon, because you have to be at the airport a few hours before, and leave with time. Don't leave for the last minute. Be ready when they say someone is coming to pick you up, with proper dinner already eaten and things like that. So everything will go smooth and come, because the families will be big, but I think will be a real gift. All right, so when the couple will be saying the welcome words, and they say, these are my own, and say their names. Okay, those are my own, or those are our children, right? And for the other ones, they will be saying, those are adopted children since, and say the month, the day and the month. That's important for everyone to have an idea how long. Many years, or just a week, or how long those have been part of the family. That's important. And elders can only be own parents. Of course, if they were divorced and married again, but they are together for more than a year, so they just didn't marry 2 days ago, right? If they were living by themselves on that case. The badges from work and badges for the children teens school will also be placed at this plastic bag, transparent plastic bag. You're not going to be at your own airport or at the airplane with those badges, because that's not safe as well. The letter that you will have from university can be typed, but need to have at least 2 complete sentences in handwritten from the owner, the university or the clinic owner, or the person that is there, just in case the owner does not go there often or something, or to have a person that you trust to sign, so they can put their address and their complete name. That's one of the things, and which position they occupy. So those will be the 2 sentences for us to have the handwritten original, and you have 2 copies. One you will keep to yourself, because it's a special document, right? You're gonna keep. And one original you will be dropping off when you come here to the conference. The clear health exam and the clear dentist health exam, the originals, will be also dropped off. Each of those families that are very special will have records here placed at the international city office that will be located at the one of the assigned universities here, the Peace County, for all those records. To go to the airport, people are not going with other family members, such as siblings or other people, because or married children, that they may have, because the safest and the right way will be the person that the volunteer chosen, and can be the person that the organization trusts the most, or from work, or a neighbor. So we will see how will be that. To family, you also have to be smart what you're going to tell your own family. If you think that will be okay to don't say anything, or if you have to say the least as possible, what you're going to say. Because some countries are not in vacation anymore because it's February. So you have to be smart and give information only if really needed. Well, they will call and you won't find, so you have to see what type of family members you have, and I already said about work, what you're gonna say. And for many, the organization will already tell you what you will say, because the organization volunteers are working hard to see the best for each person, and we already tell you and what will be the best sentence to be said to work and family members. Families, the couples, will also be signing up for different teams, or some of them will already be assigned to attend certain teams. So I will be saying very quickly about some teams, and for you to have an idea. So the fee for the week is $4,000, and we use mostly food and things like that. The hotel you have to pay your own with this someone else's card, as I ask you. And the $4,000 the same way in another card, and the person will give description. They can pay for one more family or a total of 4 families, one for themselves and help the others. Okay, so I will be saying now about the teams for our volunteers to be placing online this information for sign up, and the family can sign up, for example, the 2 best areas they want and also what they're capable, because the spouse of this doctor or this teacher might be really knowledgeable in something else that we really need. So when you arrive, you might be working on your area. For example, if you're a doctor, we are going to be planting. But if you're a teacher, you can also teach our own children in the afternoon. They're going to have some classes, because we're going to start the classes with them outside at the garden. We're going to have cooperative games for the little ones, and basket and volleyball for the older ones, and we're going to have many learning games. So some spouses might be knowledgeable in Waldorf games, outside learning games, because there are many good games that we can do, learning games. And the children from those families, children, teens from those families, will be the first students for us to attend, even before we open our first PC school, because they're going to be here with us, and in the morning they are going to help, whichever the team is, because we have about 40 different teams and different things we're going to be doing, and going to be really beautiful. We're going to be setting up classes, and building playgrounds, planting trees, planting vegetables, salads, seeds for the tree planting. Gonna be really nice. We're going to be doing workout together. We're going to work with many things. So I'm going to say a few words about our teams. Okay, we have the teams that will be picking up everyone from the airport and bringing into the van or the bus. And then we have the volunteers who will be helping to drive the vans or the buses. The buses might have to wait a little bit for somebody else that might be arriving soon after, and then people will be going to the clinics for these checkups I mentioned earlier. At the checkups, we have more volunteers, and different families will be going to different places, so we can do this really fast, because we just have that day, right, to do everything we need to be ready for the conference and get to the hotel in a good timing, eat, and after all this, and eat and go to the hotel, have a good time for rest for next day, for everyone to start and be present for the organization launching day. So after the clinic, you're gonna have the same or another driver. Every time you enter the bus, you have to scan the badge or your digitals, or both. because if we're trying the best we can to have both of the things properly organized for us, all of us to be safe and know where every family is. Families need to be together at all times. If you need to go to the bathroom, go to the airplane bathroom before you arrive, because then gonna be easy and quick. You're gonna pass customs quick because you do not have any luggage, and meet the driver so you can go, because we do not live close to the airport. We do not have the universities close to the airport, so you have to be doing all this really fast to get the bus. And different buses will be coming, so the group will be staying together, waiting inside the airport or outside, because we don't want people outside waiting too long until the following bus arrives. But we will let you know better information about that. So soon after, in a few minutes, or the same bus will drop people off at the clinic and will come back, or the same van will come back. Probably a bus, because the families are so big, right? Okay, so we have all those volunteers. Then we'll have people to receive you for the clothes, the new clothes that you will gonna be receiving at the clinics. And then we have people checking your documents, the 5 things I said, including fingerprint. 6, because everyone's gonna take pictures again. The family together and individual pictures, looking forward and sideways. Everyone, to compare those same pictures you took at your own country, to make sure everyone is the person that they're saying that they are, and no changes were made in the middle of the way. Then we have volunteers at the hotel or at the university, right? They're gonna receive you, gonna bring you, and you're gonna eat at the university or at the hotel or another close by assigned restaurant. You cannot go to a restaurant you want. We're not doing that. Okay, so then you eat and you go stay at your hotel. You cannot leave the hotel at any day at night. You have to stay there. As soon as the drivers drop you off at the end of each day, you're going to stay there until the next morning, when you're going to walk or a driver going to pick you up. On this first day, because people are not familiar with the area, everyone going to have buses, and a few might have vans. We don't know yet. But everyone will be using those buses because people don't know where they are located. Everyone will print the ticket, the airplane ticket, including the information they will be going back, and not only keep half information, all the information, because remember, you're not going to have cell phones with you, so you have to print all the information, proper time that you will be going back, airport company, all these details, for us to be really safe. It's mandatory for everyone to have international insurance. Everyone will be healthy, but that's just for safety precautions, because we're going to have very special people here with us. So this is very important. So international insurance for the whole family. They are really cheap, easy to do, and you're not paying with your own credit card. It needs to be from the university or the clinic that you work with. To be safe, as I said, and so you don't have records on your own card. That's to be safe from people from our own country, not for us, United States. That's over there. For now or for the future. So that's why, future days or some weeks. Okay, just as one more. We're trying the best and any other information about that gonna be given privately. But you have to be sure who is giving any information that's not here, that we're not saying officially. So if it's from me or from Andrew, who is giving that information? So you're sure that the information is correct if they're not posted on this video. Okay, so as soon as all the documentation is ready and checked properly, fingerprint, pictures, everything else I said, and then the people are gonna eat and go to their hotels. At their hotels, depending what time it is, people can enjoy the pool, take some sun, that's fine, but they have to stay at the hotel, cannot leave for a walk outside the hotel, cannot go for around the block, or a store or a restaurant or dessert place or downtown, nothing of that, or to the beach, because we're doing everything together as a sign so we know where people are. I'm very sorry, but this is the only way we can do this in a very safe measurement. We will have a place at the clinic or at the university to check for everyone, make sure no one has a pin, a speaker, a tiny pin inside their ear skin, under their skin. You know, those speakers connected to cell phones, or anything, any message transmitter in the body. So some people, no, we don't know if we're going to ask for everyone, but be ready in case it's needed. We're going to see and decide this who or how or everybody. So you're going to be scanned the whole body, make sure no one has a metal pin. No one can have a metal pin for health or message transmitter. This is very important, because we cannot have that for security reasons now and also in the future. We cannot have that. Okay? We are humans. We do not follow computers telling us what we have to do. So that's important. We do not have pins, speakers, tiny speakers inside our ear skin. Just to be really clear. About the tongue and throat, the dentist will be checking that. The doctors can be checked that too. They have to put on the check marks that they checked. And you have to brush your tongue really well during every day. Like 10 times is our orientation, so your tongue will be also clean. Eyes cannot be too red or too yellow, because of course those are signs the person are not healthy or got some chemicals, ingested some chemicals, or didn't sleep well. So all these things are important. People need to have, be clear and have positive practices so they are healthy when they get here. Families will also have some time at the computer for them to watch some videos and learn more about the organization and start doing the tests, so they won't have too many tests about the International Constitution to be done at home when they arrive back after a week, because soon after they have the government's conference. So they will just have a day. That's not much time. So they have to be really ready, to already go to the other conference. And different groups will be assigned for different times to be using those classes that do have computer. And children will have their own version of tests and videos and tests, Teens, 15 years old, and young adults will already have the same version as the adults. Younger teens, depending their age, they will have also their own version, because for us to respect their age as well, right? Don't offer too much and not too little. So right there, and they can start answering the questions, learn. All the tests also will have all tests will have a quiz that you can practice, and many will have even two for you to know really well about the organization, but also any detail needed for the week, your work, what you're going to be doing here. So some people will be working more hours and some people will be working. We're trying to have everyone working the same number of hours, but some people work more in the morning and study more in the afternoon and have their children having their classes, and some other families the other way around. They will have some classes in the morning and work more in the afternoon. We all gonna work almost the whole day, right? Because that's what we are doing, holding hands to have things ready. And that means all educational sites for these two counties, Plantation and the Peace County, because we need very good schools, very organized. If any person volunteer or those presidents that are coming will have financial condition to help us out, oh yes, please help us out, because we will need. We need land, we need proper buildings built, we need fences, pools, and everything to have very special, very well organized educational sites. Okay, so you just have to check how you can make those donations. To be safe, as I said, if you're going to use your bank card after the conference, or if you can, we have to see, I don't know that. I have to check with Andrew about security, what the best way for a person that wants to donate a piece of land or buildings or extra money in general. So it's very important also for people to don't order food or eat in other restaurants that are not assigned, because we'll be doing the best we can to be monitoring those restaurants that we assign, watching them on cameras, and have our people there working with them or close to make sure you will be eating safe food from the time they leave the farms until the time they arrive, because we're doing the best we can to have organic, but also food that are close by. So, properly washed with proper clean kitchens. So that's why. And people that are coming need to have like a vegan, vegetarian diet. We're not going to have cow's milk or any other milk. We are not going to offer meat of any type. We will have some boiled eggs, but we are not going to have any type of egg because not really safe. So we're doing really the best we can, so it doesn't matter much what we are eating, soon as it's nutritional and healthy. Because we don't want to spread bacteria in the kitchen. So eggs will be boiled for the whole week and for the times we can buy, because eggs are expensive too. And we do not have that many chickens yet. So, and basically it's that. We are thinking about fish, local fish, but probably we're not going to have local fish as well. We're going to focus on fruits, vegetables that are organic and local the best as possible. So everyone will be safe. We will have brown rice, lentils, all organic, organic oats, and organic beans. So those are the four grains we're gonna have, and we're not going to have blenders or things like that. So we're really doing the best we can for all of us to be safe, and already guide all your family members to don't complain and be happy every single day. For example, don't say, oh, boil egg again. Oh, thanks God we have boiled eggs because it's very nutritional. And instead of complaining, be happy. Oh, great, we have eggs, boiled eggs again. Something like that. I'm just giving a simple example. But for everything that we're going to be doing, okay? The other thing is for walking. As soon as it's closed and it's a sign that that family can walk to their work site in the morning, so that's fine, that we'll be doing. Some families will gather at the university and from there take a bus to go to the new lands, because we'll be also building at the new lands with some other volunteers. And some other people will just be walking because they will be really close by to one of those educational sites. Everyone needs international insurance. They're very cheap. For all days from the time they leave their country until the time they're back to their own country. So even that we don't believe much in health insurance, but international insurance will be important for this time and for all of us to be safe. But we are not, have already in mind, we are not using it. It's just for precaution, but we're not using, because everyone will be really healthy. We're not calling ambulance for anybody for any reason. So we are only having very healthy people, including the children and including the elders. No one can have asthma, anemia, or any heart problem, lung problem, or coronavirus, or anything else, or flu, or none of us. We are going to be really healthy and have good energy and be well the whole week and for all future days and years. How is that? Great? All right. Okay. All right. So basically it's that. Then we have the security team that will be helping local volunteer security teams doing different things. Then we have the team for documentation if anything is needed. We have the laundry team because some clothes might be washed, your travel clothes might be washed at the hotel, or we're going to see how we're going to handle that, because they need to be washed. So keep in mind that your blazer suit needs to be a washable blazer suit. Read the labels, or just already come with a jeans jacket, okay? Because they need to be washed. We're going to wash those clothes at the same day you will arrive. So we are going to have some volunteers helping us on those needs. Okay, so during the week, you're going to wash your own clothes with your own family. 2 times or so if needed. You can do 3 times, have one more before you leave the city. All right? Okay, so remember to be kind to everyone you see. Bus drivers and volunteers will be helping us on this event in our conferences. Then we have the educational team, the ones that will be teaching the children in the morning or afternoon, when they will have a time for themselves, for us to start practicing. For the students we will receive, that will be a real gift and fun as well, right? Then we have the flag team. The flag team will be, we have 2 different ones. Ones will be sewing more flags for educational sites. Some will be sewing for us to sell to people that want, or give for families that need, for our gift shop. And some will be organizing the flags to be distributed during the conference week in different moments. and have them ready for the families to pick them up, because families are not bringing them to the hotels because won't be needed. And we also have family teams that will be in charge of giving the flags on that first day for each family, for all of us to make a big circle, right, and together sing our songs in a beautiful, special way. So we have four different flag teams. Okay, we have a total of 40 teams. These ones I mentioned is just for you to have an idea, because we're gonna have some building from scratch, some from land until they're completed with roof and everything. Some remodeling, some teams for having the classrooms ready, classes set up, the toys. Some teams will be building playgrounds, and some will be putting solar panels for the buildings we will purchase that do not have them, because the new ones, of course, are already going to be sustained all the ways. So we have all these different teams. We have teams to prepare the land for the gardens, fruit trees, planting seeds. They're going to be nice, going to be beautiful. Carpentry. Oh, there are many. So I think it's good for now, so you have a good idea, and we go from there. The other thing I mentioned lightly, it's about taxes that we are calling tariff from now on. So everyone needs to bring their last 2 years of taxes. If they already did for this month, right, related to last year, that will be great. But if they didn't, it's okay, because some people were quite busy working a lot, didn't have time yet because we're still in February, so that's fine. But they have to bring 2. Okay, and from the adopted children, you need a letter from the orphanage. Just a minute. So we'll have the 2 things from the orphanage or from the foster home they're coming from. Foster home is not the right way, because foster home can be for a few days, few weeks, and not a permanent adoption. So all our children are from orphanages, from places that when we get them, they are 100% under our responsibility. Okay, so from the orphanage, you need at least 4 pictures, 4 different pictures in different places. Can be the front with the sign, like 2, even 2 at the front, and can be 2 others from the cafeteria or the garden where they play, something like that. All right. So, but at least one with the name of the place and the director right there. The 4 pictures need to have the director present. And with the children, of course, the children that you are adopting. And needs to be from the same place, cannot be from 2 different orphanages, because that's not needed. Okay, so let me repeat to be really clear. 4 pictures in different places of the orphanage. One needs to be with the sign, with the name of the orphanage, and needs to have the president with the children and teens. So that is very, very important. And the other is a letter. So a letter from the director with at least two signatures, right? Another person to be a testimony, such as secretary or a vice director, something like that, or manager. I don't know how they will call it. Okay? All right. So, and what else? Yes. And then you're going to take 2 pictures with all your children, adopted and not adopted, at your own home. And then 2 pictures with you in a park or some fun place with them, in a park or a restaurant, or walking around the block. Simple things, can make it simple with them there, because that's another precaution for us to make sure that you already have them at least for some days, and not just getting them at the airport or at the middle of the way, or or too close when you already were chosen. So those things doesn't work. You already need to have those things before you come organized. Okay, so basically it's that. You're gonna have more information from us. Remember, send everything in one email. Put all the attachments, put them in order as we are asking, all the documents one by one in the same order. So you have for all those families from all those countries, everyone placed in the same way. If we need, we're going to print, or we're just waiting for originals. So the letter that you are bringing from the orphanage, make sure you have 2 originals. One you're going to keep yourself, 2 exactly the same, and 1 original you're going to give to us when you arrive. Okay? The other thing is for the pictures with those children, you will bring, I think there are 4 printed pictures. So one can be from the orphanage, one from this walk with the whole family, or park, a fun day with the whole family, and one of your house, picture of your house, and the other one is, let me see if I remember, with the whole family, facing forward and facing sideways close. Okay, so you will print 5 or 6 pictures of those I just mentioned, and you will scan at the email 20 from those same topics. Okay, and from work, you try to take a picture like in a fun day, a fun moment, with the most people as possible. If your teacher, a day you had a field trip, or a day you went to the cafeteria and ate together over there, something like that. You're not saying at that moment that there's for this reason. Of course, ask authorization. Can I take a picture? And then you take a picture. For something special, I'm going to tell you after, okay? Like, don't give more information. Just, of course, ask authorization, take the picture. And of course later they're gonna understand why you kept all the secret, just for safety. All right, so let me repeat, make sure it is clear. 5 or 6 you will print and bring to us printed, and 20 you will scan into this one email with every information. Okay? All right, that will be really great. And make sure you do your checkup lists online. And we're ready to go. Getting ready will be really nice, really beautiful. Okay, so now we are going to another part of the requirements. Okay? So it's forbidden for people to take photocopy, like print their documents in color, such as ID from their country, because you don't want anything bad happen to your documents. So when you will be taking a picture of your country ID, make sure it's black and white, and put in this transparent plastic as well with all other documents. Okay? And from the whole family, everyone, children that do not, because some countries don't allow them to have, when they're too little, they will take a picture of their student ID. For children, that's okay, but not for teens. Teens 14 years old and older need a proper country ID. Find your way, say that's for something special, I don't know what you're gonna say, or yeah, that they need is important for them. Do not say you're coming to Florida, just say that you need it and find your way to get it. If really you already try and make phone calls in different moments so you can get a different person answering the question, or going by person, and then if you cannot have, if it's a country law you cannot have for teens as well, then it's okay. You just gonna copy the student ID, the badge they are using at this time. And you will also need one letter from the school that they are studying there, their grades, their complete names. Okay, so that's one more thing they need. And at least one, again, 4 pictures from the school. You can ask, don't tell for what, just can say, oh, it's a little surprise, and it's true. It is a little surprise, not big as they think, but it is a little surprise. So they might think you want to print for a card or something. So the same way we're doing for the orphanage, the same things for the school, okay? So we'll have a letter saying which grade. Oh, sorry, from the orphanage, you also have to put how long they have been there. Yeah, just the year. Don't need many details on a specific day. Can say the month, can say that's very important. Month and year. On the paper, okay, on the paper, you're gonna say that. The children that have background for the orphanage, the children that have background related to abuse in anyhow, they can change their name, so you're going to be safe for their future years because you're going to be the president, so that's fine. Have proper authorization from the local court or wherever the judge, and already changed their names now, it's okay. All right, so for the orphanage you need the month and the year till they're there. And from the school documents, the same way. You also need the month when they got registered there. The month since when they are registered. Month and year. Their first and last name and grade and main class teacher, because some might have many, right? So let's put at least four class teachers instead of the main, just 4. Name of 4 class teachers. Okay? All right. I think we're doing good now. So remember, the orphanage and the school documents, you need 2 originals. One you will keep and one you will bring to us and scan them all in one email. All right, so when you scan all these documents, you have to make sure it's a good location where you will be, so you won't be calling attention from other people. So if it's in a public place, such as an office, supply office that you pay for it, or if it's in a library, make sure you know how to use the machine, so you don't have to ask for other people. Because as soon as you ask for other people to take a picture of all these documents and the passport, the people might think what you're doing and might ask, oh, where are you going? Not because they think anything bad, but sometimes, if you know or you have seen them before, they might ask. So avoid all these situations. Take the picture on a machine that you know how to use it. Okay, so that's also good. And all the documents need a copy. So you take the picture, That's how you're going to do. You take the copy and then you scan them all to that email and add to the attachments. Okay, so that's the best way. So I'm going to repeat. You take picture by picture, copy by copy, and then you put to scan on the same machine. Scan them all and send to the email we are giving to you. All right? Great. For those that work in university, you will be one of the couples from 10 different couples. There will be a total of 10 and each couple will be a garden department director for that university. So, we will give you details afterwards if that will be done before or after, because we have a safety situation that we're still thinking about. If we do before and involve the whole university, that they can sign up or already tell who is chosen, and everyone might be really happy with it. But we have to be on a safe side and think a little bit about that. The other way, it's for you to come. That's the most important. When you come back, you will be part of one of those garden department directors, okay, of this university, if you're a teacher there. So it depends on your work, because all of us, we need money, right, to live. We need money to do things. We are just going to tell you afterwards how we're going to do it. That's going to be before or after. If you already contact the president or heard any news that the president already signed a letter of agreement with our organization, you can already bring a copy. Ask for a copy of that document or a copy of that news given. If it was a newspaper or something else or online news, bring a copy. Because we are trying to have proper documentation for all the couples that will be coming, right, to our conference. So add anything that you have in hands, because initially we thought to get the 10 department directors to contact all the local and state government leaders to involve them with this program. But now we have this detail about security that we are going to tell you afterwards, proper detail on how we are going to do it. So just bring anything you find, and if you don't find, you just put a check mark. We did not find anything yet. Of course, make a search, right? Spend a few minutes, make a search, and make sure you have something in hand. Would be really great. You will also be taking English test online, because you cannot only check, yes, I speak English. So you have to take some tests. So make sure you will be at the right location. That probably will be the university at their own country, if you're a teacher there or if you're coming from a clinic. Anyways, you need a computer, and you're going to have a link to take the test, English test, for us to make sure, right, we are calling the right people and that all of you and your family understands and speak English. Okay, so basically it's that. More details you're gonna check afterwards, and some other teams. As I said, we have about 40 work teams. And it's going to be beautiful, very special, and we're really happy to receive you. It will be a gift for all of us. And everything else we have posted, including the dress code, it's also part of the checkup items you need to do. And the couple with most points will be chosen. Everyone also needs to write an essay. So The university teacher or doctor will write and the spouse will write. And they will include. And we also ask the children that you don't have to bring the original. Original is just from the couple. Children, teens, and elders will write their essay, but you will only scan them and leave them at home. Okay, so we have some topics that you can add to this essay. Essays will have only 2 pages, printing size paper. So all handwritten. Okay. So the topics can be about kindness, about how we can inspire others to make a better planet. How are you going to touch hearts? How is your idea of doing that? Because some people have hard hearts. We have to touch their heart for them to be willing and happy to be working with us. So, and kindness, what is real kindness, or how you're planning to offer kindness, to inspire people to be united, work united, and rebuild a new humanity united. Because there are many countries suffering from many different things, from many different areas, with many different people. And we have to fix it all. It's very important. So let's keep the subject about this area. Peace, love, kindness, how to inspire others, to work united, and how we can build a better humanity. So it's about right on that area with these four main qualities that we want for us and for other people. Thank you so much for all of you that are preparing, organizing all the information for those families, and also for the couples and the families themselves. So thank you so much, and we will meet you soon. Have a wonderful and blessed day and a wonderful and blessed trip. See you soon. Okay, so a few more things. For the elders, they need to bring 2 documents. That can be a place they volunteer, or if they just retired, like in a year or so, they can bring a letter from the place they used to work for many years. Or they can bring a letter from their residential community manager or residential community board member, one of those, for us to have some type of record where what they were doing, right, as volunteering or work or living. Okay, so for the presentation, when the couple will be presenting the elders, they will also say how long they have been living with them. That is fine. It's just a few days. That's fine. Okay. Our main, the main thing is that they have all this documentation. An improvement for the adopted children can also be for a few days. That's fine, because we are getting organized to have these conferences, and we need people that are willing to have 8 children. So every couple that will be arriving will have a total of 8 children, because that's what we believe we can do it. We can do it because we need to help, and also we can do it because we have all this information for us to have good practices to guide us when we are good, we're strong, we're healthy, we have a job, we have income, so we can do it, right? Okay. So the other detail is for doctors that work in clinic, need to be a natural medicine clinic, cannot be based in allopathic medicine. This is very important. So, and not homeopathy as well. Can be phytotherapeutic clinic. That's okay if they work in a place like that. If they work in a clinic that belongs to the university or belongs to the government, whichever it is, needs to be plant-based, natural medicine. Okay? The other improvement, it's about teachers that work at the university. Soon as they teach masters or PhD, that's fine, because we are going to take the 2-year class that can be also done for PhD. Of course, they have to complement with classes on the area they are taking their class on, but that is okay. All right, so can be master's or PhD. The other thing is that they need to be practicing natural medicine at home. They cannot work in a place and say they are doctors, natural medicine doctors, and at home, they use artificial, antibiotic or things like that. For most of the part, of course, because sometimes, one child or another or ourselves, we need for a very important reason, that sometimes okay. And also people that were not taking ambulances too much or maybe never took an ambulance, because we're healthy. We have healthy habits, or from birth or from our childhood, or when we grew up and got better view of things. And also people that not eat red meat, maybe a tiny bit it's authorized, but not people that eat red meat often, and have all other good practices that we already have been talking. Don't drink, don't smoke, don't use drugs, don't do any of those things, right? People that focus on good and positive things for their homes, people that try to purchase or plant organics. So, and from all those that will be on a list, so let's say the 4 or 5 most the couples with most points, then let's choose the best one that has all these things that I've been talking about. All right? Okay, I'm really enthusiastic and I'm really happy to be we are really happy to be welcoming you, and will be a gift for all of us. So many blessings. I will see you soon. We have some more improvement. Okay, the email that you have to scan and send everything to us needs to be a work email. The university email or your work, your clinic email, okay? And not the personal one. This is very important. Okay, on the future, everyone gonna have the organization email, but for now, that's what we're using. And you are going to send everything in one email. So gather all your documents as soon as you're ready. Then you go to the proper location, you scan with your own bank card. Okay, not pay to other people to do it. It's important for you to be using your own card. If you don't have a machine that you can do yourself, you can scan and pay yourself, then it's okay. You're going to an office place with machines, and but that's the last option. But then when you're gonna pay them, you cannot pay cash. You have to pay with your own card. So the improvement that I'm saying here now, I'm very sorry, but the improvement, it's that you have to pay at least a half of the things using your own bank card. So you can pay for the hotel. You have to pay. I made a mistake earlier. So you can pay for the if the university is paying the 4,000, that is fine. But then you're going to pay the hotel and you're going to pay for the clothes. So those two things you have to pay. For those that do not have money, they have to pay something, or the visa, because we need strong people that also have money as well. But in some cases, that's fine. We're going to help people to be here. Or pay for the visa, the consulate, or pay for the clothes, and ask exactly what you need help with. If the university you work or the clinic you work cannot pay the 4,000, if you need help with that 4,000, you just write a letter and let us know, a note, right? And let us know. So all those things you're going to be paying yourself. The hotel, the clothes, the visa at the American consulate. And when you scan your papers, it's just a very small quantity, but counts. You have to use your card. You have to use your bank card. So for us to know that exactly who you are and be able to check information. All right? Thank you so much. And it's one more thing I'm going to tell you right now. The elders also need to be healthy. Cannot have to pain, when they walk. They also need to be up to date, or on their knee, or they cannot have headaches or anything like that, or diabetes or cholesterol or anything that needs synthetic medicine, or even natural pills, like phytotherapy pills, because you're not going to have those things here. People are not bringing those medicines of any type. We're healthy, and we're going to have healthy food, fresh air, and sun, and water, and going to be really great for all of us. The other thing is that people are not going around to any store, or Apple, or Walmart, anything, to purchase anything, or as I said, no deliveries of any type. We're going to focus at the conference and the work that we have to accomplish. The couple and the elders, both of them, need a letter from their credit card company stating that they do not own any money. So that's very important, because we are independent and we don't own anything to anybody. So the couple you choose, cannot be owing money to friends, to neighbors, or to their own boss, or co-workers, or anything like that. We are up to date with our finances. That's really important. At the checklist of all these 40 items, teams that we have available, everyone will be checking 4 things they can also do, that they know, that they have knowledge, one or the other, for us to be helping. Can also be an expertise from the elders, that's fine. So from carpentry to children's game, to building, remodeling, fixing, everything. So the person online gonna be checking those 4 items. Okay, so we will know the capacity of all these 4 adults. The couple themselves have priority, but maybe is the elder that knows something and can help work together, and for us to use them in the best way as possible, because we're going to have all these teams, but we also need to know which extra expertise the family has. The other thing is about our documentary that you can also join, but that's optional. The documentary, Our Humanity Until 2021, we'll need videos from all countries. Things that they're best with, things that they're worst with, like 5 different things for each. For us to have information and choose the ones that are the best or the worst for each item. I mean, the worst first and the best after. For us to make this documentary. So, but that's optional. You can also indicate on your email with link of someone else that did bring a good short video about one of those items, the worst of your country or the best of your country, because you're going to all together this information. So if you know proper videos, true videos about your country, 5 and 5, you please send a link. Okay, so when you're sending all those documents, you already place the link. So whatever subject it is, because we are getting information and to complete this documentary that we're making and needs to be ready soon after the organization launching day, the best as possible, because if everyone would send ahead information for us to gather and have it ready, we will complete what's needed and have it ready soon. Okay? All right, thank you so much. For anything else, we will let you know with that volunteer that you will know who the person is, the organization volunteer, or with us, the headquarters, me or Andrew. Thank you so much for your participation, for your patience with me, and because it has been a lot of work during so long, and but I'm very enthusiastic. We are getting more organized, and it will be a pleasure, a gift to have your family here with us. Thank you so much, and I will see you soon. Okay, a few more items for previous practices include that the couple used respectful clothes before, no children, no woman with tiny shorts or very big cleavage, on the shirts, and also did not use lots of makeup. Maybe if the person used a little neutral lipstick or even an eyeliner that's discreet, that is okay. But if the person was those that used too much, that is not needed, right? And won't be accepted. Also, for people that had that were listening to harmonious song that gave value to those things, because we have beautiful music, instrumental music, and also songs, right? And regular music as well that enjoy good and positive groups, good and positive music, saying good things, and also with a harmonious rhythm. We also will give more value to people that did not have lots of jewelry, maybe a little something here, a little something that, but did not carry heavy, or were having very, very expensive things to show off, or used logos, because some people, they were concerned more on logos than their own children, concerned more about money and showing off than their own family. So we don't need that type of people. We need people that could even have something with a logo, but not to show off, but because was needed, And we're also going to give value to people that purchase a little something on thrift stores or simple stores, and were not going to expensive stores even that they had money, maybe one time or another, but not giving value to that's their store or things like that. Also, give value to people that had regular cars or no cars, that were already using buses or bicycles to go to work, because that's very special. Or because they didn't have money at all, or because they were thinking about the environment. So they're both very special reasons. We are not having people that were working a lot to have very expensive cars. That's not needed. If the couple was divorced, need to be married for at least 2 years. Remarried for at least 2 years. That's also important, because we want couples that are united and not couples that they just got married a few days ago. That's not right. For adopted children, it's okay, even for grandparents, but we will give more value to grandparents that were already living with the couple. But if they just learn that that's a good thing, that we are asking for elders to live with them, and they just move a few days, okay, that's fine. We also not giving value to people that were gossiping about others, or checking famous people, or rich people all the time, because those are a waste of time. We have to focus on our own family. So we'll have more points, people that were just sometimes maybe look one thing or another, but not looking for it, not purchasing magazines about, because we want very positive, the most as possible from each country. Very, very positive people. We want people that gave value to a good education, not to video games, and we're talking, guiding their children to don't play fighting, to don't play shooting. Did not have their children enrolled in martial arts, because our organization do not work with that. We need people that were doing exactly the opposite. We're talking about peace and love, that were giving natural things for them to play, instead of giving value to items and brand names that are given on the media. Because some things are really bad out there, really bad. From movies, Disney movies, even children movies have many bad things. And until video games, right? That's not good. So we want to give value to people who are doing the opposite way, giving natural toys for them to play, blocks, wooden blocks. We're bringing them to parks or outside, or have them in Waldorf schools, or have them going out in nature with them, playing and using good words. That's another thing that's very important. We're respectful with their spouses and also with other people of the house, using good words. Rare, very rare exceptions, when the person was mad, a long time ago, that's all right. But we have to focus on people that for 99% of their life were using good words, positive words, people that control themselves, people that were not mad, were not upset easy, people that were strong. We need strong people to be in this position. Very capable, very responsible, strong people. People that did not get upset easy. So, and people that were easy, people that had clean houses and were doing their laundry properly. And in case they didn't do something because of money, and then they can make a note to be a place for that. because it can happen. Good people, sometimes they don't have all the money they need. But at least if they have their conscience to look for good things on the planet, people that were really trying organic, with money or without money, but they were trying. People that used to talk to neighbors and not just be by themselves all the time and did not have any contact with them. We need communicative people, because if they're going to be the presidents of a country, they need to be communicative, very communicative. The other thing is about the way they treat their children. So we don't want parents that were teaching them literacy or teaching them too much or pushing them too much for learning. We will give priority to those that respect the little children, the preschool children. And, we're not running everywhere, bringing them everywhere for more and more and more classes, because those things are not needed, right? We also will give value to parents that spend a little time with their children, or on a weekend, or during the week, but have some fun with them, right? Because those things, it counts a lot. I'm just giving some ideas. And of course, the best couple for all these items I'm saying will be the chosen one. We also want people that had their homes clean, were washing, they're cleaning the house, the kitchen, windows, bathroom. Because it does not help just to dress up nicely, go to work if the house is not clean. We will give priority to couples that were cleaning the house themselves with their families, and not for those that were paying others to do their work. A cleaning lady, a little bit here and there is okay, but the priority is for those that were cleaning the house themselves. The other thing is that for skin, for the face, we need people that do not have eczema, do not have marks on the legs or rashes, because all those things are signs that something's not right with the person, not healthy. So we want people that are healthy, have good skin, clear skin without problems. People that were not using fast food, in rare occasions, that's okay if they were somewhere that did not have, but not people that have habits of purchasing those because they have disposables, right? The food is not healthy and they have lots of disposable. People that, if they were attending a church, that's okay, but if the church was using, for example, disposable, if they tried to take it out, if they try something good, for the environment, on places they were, at the university, the clinic, or for their children's own birthdays, how they were doing. They promoted TV, media companies and media names and stories and games and music, or they promote other things as nature items, because all these things are very important. Some people were lost in items, subjects that were not good, or books for their children, how much they were giving value to positive things and not to books that are so famous, but they're talking about negative things. So we want people that were, they can have different religions, but with good practices. Now we are having this one, our religion connected to God and nature, but people did not know that before. So whichever the religion they had before, whichever the book they follow, or instructions, teachings without a book, that's fine. But they need to be positive, good, and trying their best. The other thing we also need from those families are families that are willing to give up their previous culture and their previous religion. Why is that? Because we're not having those. Because we're not having the Bible, we're not having the Quran, we're not having those things. We're starting everything new. We're starting this connection with nature. Okay, and the book that we will honor and respect is this Constitution book that will have laws for everyone and for everything. We need people that will be doing this in peace, without major problems, without no problems at all. People that will understand what we need for our planet, for our humanity, and are willing to renew with us and won't suffer. We understand and easily will go to the next level. It's the level of having higher standards for all of us. And we need people that are up to 55 years old and older, 28 and older. So they have to be between 28 years old and 55 years old. Because that's the most sustainable. We can't have elders, people that are too old, because they're going to be 10 years working on that position. So we need younger couples. Okay, that's why. We also need people that are willing to learn new things. Even if the person had a farm or had organic gardens at home, they are willing to work together. Here in Florida, we'll be working with things that we can plant here, of course, and we can share things with other zones of the planet. We are going to be improving, completing anything that's needed, but people that are willing, to learn things with each other, to hear each other. And of course, for those items that are approved by the headquarters. We need a couple that also try the best they could to captivate their teens, to talk to their teens, to do things together, cooking or cleaning up or inviting them to help. And not parents that were paying babysitters, maybe one or rarely one or another time, it's okay, but not often for them to go out and leave their children with a babysitter often. Or for couples that one went out and the other did not, or one worked a lot and the other stay home a lot. We need couples that were having sustainable practices. Okay, they work. Okay, they were home. Sometimes a babysitter because they didn't know better. It's okay, but people that were paying babysitters all the time, that's not good. And we also need parents that were trying the best with their teens, as I was saying, in a way to captivate them, to insist on what's positive, and did not let them just do whatever they wanted. And we need families that the children and teens were respecting their parents. That's really important. That's special. We are looking for people that were not consumerism, that they really respect, because that's one of the most basic things in our planet, is to be sustainable. People that were have consideration for nature. We're not purchasing all the time and more and more and more and throwing away like some people do that. And or giving value to things to show off, wherever they were, cars or jewelry or objects or watches or cell phones, or people that were saying, look, I got a new cell phone, to a colleague, for example, or to someone they know. And we're also looking for people that did some volunteer work. They have to have, both of them need to have past volunteer work. And the volunteer work needs to be done along the years, not just the last week or last 2 weeks. So we want the best couple. What they did on the past, how many places they helped, what type of work, because some volunteer work was really nonsense, right? There's quite many. So it was really useful for people in need. What they were useful for people, for animals, for to offer them food or health. What was the meaning of that volunteer work? And then we're gonna see what they really done and how many points they got according to what they offered. The points will be given according to how many years, or also according to how many places or how many days, or because some are really special. Some people are there working a lot, or when they were younger, even that they were not doing right now, but the important things that they did a long life, and as I said, not just a little bit, but they tried, in different places or the same place, that's fine, but did something special, something positive, something useful, and something they found a good practice also for themselves, for both of them. And a combination of all those points will be the ones that we're looking for. Thank you so much, my friends. Now I gave you more details, and I hope that will be really useful for you to find the right couple, and for the couples to know what they have to do for all this work we're doing. Thank you so much, and I'll see you soon.